It is fight week! Finally! Yeah. A rematch between two of the hottest fighters at the moment, Islam Makhachev against Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And of course, the Khamzat Chimaev against Kamaru Usman at middleweight. Today I'll make a full breakdown video of the event UFC 294 that's taking place this Saturday, 21st of October in Abu Dhabi. So let's spar over this matter down below the comments. Please, guys, let me know what you think. The card, of course, it's been saved, but it was in jeopardy as both Charles Oliveira and Paulo Costa, the opponents of Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev, pulled out of their fights just a week ago. And UFC just had to make a replacement. And why not two of the most badass fighters on the whole planet? I mean, yeah, why not? And it happened. Shout out to Dana White for this one. For Charles Oliveira replacement against Islam Makhachev, they called Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, and Alexander Volkanovski. And the last one immediately accepted the challenge on 11 days notice. But initially, Mateusz Gamrot would be the replacement. It was official by the UFC, statement made. Mateusz Gamrot will be the replacement if any fighter calls off the fight. But he got extremely passed by Dana White, so... And for the Paulo Costa replacement, I mean, who would want to fight Khamzat Chimaev in a week notice? Perhaps one of the scariest guys in the UFC at the moment. Nobody that you could have think of in the middleweight division, don't forget about that. And then Kamaru Usman just casually stepped up to show iron balls and take the challenge. I mean, the #1 welterweight in the world goes up a division to take on Khamzat Chimaev. Hats off to both Usman and Volkanovski for saving this card, I mean, and making it better. And we have #2 ranked Magomed Ankalaev taking on the challenge from Johnny Walker, the #7 ranked light heavyweight in the world. And this bout could just decide who would be the next title challenger to face the winner of Jiří Procházka and Alex Pereira. That's happening at UFC 295 in 2-3 weeks time. So that fight is also good to go. And we have rising stars Ikram Aliskerov and Muhammad Mukaev also on the fighting card, who look to extend their UFC winning streak. And guys, the guy that I'm hyped about the most, we have the one-eyed beast, the pirate, Sharaputin Magomedov, the crazy Dagestani hyped fighter that is finally making his long-awaited UFC debut. He will make his debut against Bruno Silva, and apparently he will open up the whole card at the early prelims. Kinda sad, because I was hoping he'd be at least on the prelim card and not on the early prelims, because this guy is just talented as F. He's loved, but he's also hated, and that's just a perfect combination of destruction and chaos for this fight, for making his debut, and I just can't wait to see him. I also made a video about him, link is down below. Also for Ikram Aliskerov, I made the video, also link down below. And now guys, Volkanovski against Islam Makhachev, of course. It's their rematch, the second fight. Islam had the hard-fought W from that first fight, and many people thought Volkanovski got robbed. In my opinion, Islam won the fight, but only like this much, only this tiny much, maybe 1 or 2% more than Volkanovski did, in my opinion. In general, how will this fight go? I mean, Volkanovski has all odds against him, man, all odds against him. I made a post about it yesterday. He has the cover star curse. He is above 35 years of age, and no fighter above 35 plus has won the title in the lightweight division. He is in enemy territory. Islam Makhachev is his only loss in the UFC. He took the fight on 11 days notice. His activity is off the charts. He's fresh from a hand injury. He just recovered from that. And yeah, Volkanovski is just a madman. I mean, iron balls that he takes this fight. Hence the nickname Alexander the Great. And of course, it's a win-win for him. If he loses, tried, but he could also lose everything. I mean, a loss against Islam Makhachev could mean he would never compete in a lightweight division again. Maybe on normal scale, but not for gold anytime soon. He could lose the featherweight belt to the interim champion, and then maybe he'd lose everything, who knows. I'm not saying it will happen, I'm just saying potential outcomes, but Who knows? I believe Islam Makhachev, after a fight like that, after his first title defense against Volkanovski, I think every fighter is better after the first fight, especially if you took a beating like that, especially in the last round. And Volkanovski, of course, he's still Volkanovski, but Islam is also Islam, and I think Islam looked beatable, but Volkanovski also looked beatable in their fights, respectfully. And yeah, Volkanovski, 11 days notice. Islam prepared for a Charles Oliveira fight. That doesn't matter. I think Islam doesn't care about who he'll fight. He'll just drag you to the ground, try to drag you to the ground, and just hold you there. And I believe how much the fight was standing last time. I think the fight was 9 minutes on the ground the last time. This time it will be even worse. Islam will definitely try to keep him down in the deep waters. And I just hope for a war like last time and even worse. I think Islam will keep him down on the water and deep in the waters and eventually try to finish Volkanovski. And that is what I think will happen. When you see it logical wise, Volkanovski is in a worse position than before. He will go for the kill. He stated that himself. He will go for the kill early on, but I don't think that's possible in the state that Islam is right now. And who knows the psychological effects of Islam fighting the guy that made him look alive, that made him look beatable. So there are many factors coming into this, and I think Islam will go for the finish and he will get the finish. My opinion. And I just don't see, logical wise, Volkanovski winning the fight. I know MMA maths don't work, but I just can't wait for a crazy fight. Kamaru Usman against Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, yeah, what can I say? Khamzat Chimaev, of course, the craziest guy in the whole division. But I think this won't be a grappling or wrestling fight. I just think this will be a stand and bang fight. I think Khamzat will want to make a statement again, because if he beats Kamaru Usman, he gets free pass to both title shots, welterweight and middleweight. As Dana officially stated himself, the winner of this fight gets a title shot against Sean Strickland. And if Khamzat is the cash cow for Dana White, he just lets it happen, that Khamzat wins. But I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Because is Khamzat a better striker than Leon? I don't know. For sure he's crazier than Leon, but Leon made Khamzat look very beatable twice. The first round of the first fight, and the knockout, of course, and the whole of the second fight. This fight, I'm leaning towards Khamzat, but I wouldn't surprise if Kamaru Usman gets a dub out of nowhere. But I'm leaning 60-40 for Khamzat. I'm just curious how and what the wrestling exchanges will be. Yeah, and the other fights, guys. I mean, Ikram Aliskerov, Muhammad Mokaev, they are just so hyped. And I think Ikram Aliskerov will easily win his fight. And Muhammad Mokaev also. I don't want to dive deeper into those two fights. But Sharamagomedov, Sharaputin will also make his UFC debut. And I think he will easily win the fight. And I think we are waiting for a crazy event, guys. And I can't wait to tune in this Saturday. Are you guys ready? I'm definitely not, but I'm trying to be. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the outcomes, your opinions, whatever. It's fight week, baby. See you guys. Stay hydrated.